What's going on, everybody? I'm Jessie G, and welcome back to another episode of Lug Nut TV. Today I'm going to be going over the Boomerang SE so that you can decide whether or not you need this bag in your collection. First things first, this bag has two looks. You can either wear it shaped as a full crescent. In order to achieve that look, the bag would have to be at full capacity. Or you can go for a bit of a slouchier look, and if you feel like that just doesn't look right, hold your strap up like this. Make sure your items are centered, because these seams right here are going to help you get that slouchy look. So you just pull your bag up, and before it can start slouching in its own direction, press it down right in the center while pulling up on the strap. So because the Boomerang can be worn as a sort of sling bag, by pulling the bag strap and letting the bag sit on your back, I was asked to compare the Boomerang to the Archer a little bit as far as sling bag versus sling bag. And I gotta say, they're very different. First of all, we need to acknowledge that the Boomerang has a much wider range of strap adjustability. When my husband wears the Archer, he has to make the strap as long as it can possibly go for it to sit comfortably on him. Something else worth mentioning is that a large part of the Boomerang's appeal is the ability to have it on as a crossbody 1 minute and then just have it on your back the next minute. With a bag like the Archer, it's gonna have to go over your head, and if you try to pull it toward your front, the bag's gonna be upside down. So really, if you want a sling bag that's more of a true backpack, stick with the Archer. If you want something that has a bit more capacity, a little bit more versatility, and something where you can adjust the strap to be longer, the Boomerang should work for you. Another bag somebody wanted me to bring up in this video though was the Hippie. It's got a little bit of that crescent shape going on that the Boomerang has. The straps are removable. It is a much slimmer bag overall. Now to me, this doesn't feel like a sling bag. It's got more rigidity, which means that if you want the slouch look, the Hippie wasn't really meant for that. It's meant to keep this shape all the time. And if you try, it's basically just gonna get folded in half. Did I do it right? While I've got this bag here though, something I want to point out about the Hippie, because I see this mentioned a lot, is this bag has two compartments. It has a main compartment that has a lot going on in it, and then it has this front pocket that has no internal organization. But 90% of this bag's gusset is actually in this front pocket. There is really no floor on the bottom of the Hippie. It's just a seam that connects the front and back of this compartment. But the front pocket, you've got a few inches of space on the bottom of the bag there. So if you wanted to lay down something like a water bottle in this bag, that is where you would put it in the Hippie. As far as overall capacity goes, I would say the Boomerang is probably going to be able to hold a little bit more, and it's got more compartments. So the thing about Lily Gray is sometimes it's hard to tell in pictures whether this has any black in it or whether it's just navy. Everything is navy. The color around the zippers and the darkest part of the print is all navy, except for one thing. The Lug logo on the bottom is black. So I think even if you wanted to match this with something black, it will still work. So here's a question. Why would anyone need the Boomerang? There's clearly other crossbodies we could be getting. There are a lot of bags that have built-in wallets, cell phone pockets, key fobs, and RFID protection. Why this bag? It's for the shape. Because of its shape. Because it's comfortable, and because it's curved, it's going to be comfortable no matter where it's sitting on your body. It can go from crossbody to sling, and because every pocket on this version of the Boomerang has zip openings, when you have it on as a sling, unless you leave a zipper open, your stuff is not gonna fall out of this bag. It will all be contained within. Another thing I thought it might be helpful to do is compare this version to an earlier version. So let's go ahead and jump into that comparison now. Both versions of the Boomerang have soft-lined cell phone pockets, and the location of that pocket didn't change in the Boomerang SE. What did change was it went from a pocket with a magnetic closure to a zip-enclosed pocket. You still get the familiar RFID protected pocket as well. On the back, there are 3 zip pockets on the older Boomerang, and only the center of those zip pockets show up on the SE. And while those side pockets aren't soft lined, they're pretty good for stashing a pair of glasses. These back pockets are the same size and have no organizational features. Neither have a wipeable bottom, nor plastic feet, nor even a flat edge. The bottoms are completely curved. In both versions, only one side of the bag is going to have an external pocket. With the older Boomerang, that pocket is going to be a stretchy cargo pocket with a magnetic closure which is intended for a bottle of water. In the Boomerang SE, you get a zip pocket in its place that has a removable key fob. And Lug was listening when people were saying that drinks would sometimes fall out while wearing the bag sling style. And while you can get the older Boomerang strap a little bit shorter than you can in the SE, the straps remain the same, are not detachable, but are fully adjustable. In the older Boomerang, the only interior organization is a privacy zip pocket. In the Boomerang SE, you still get that privacy zip pocket, but then on the opposite wall, Lug included a built-in wallet with 6 card slots and a place for bills. That entire area is also RFID protected, giving the Boomerang SE not only 1, but 2 RFID protected areas. So to break it down, the 2 zip pockets on the back were traded in for a built-in wallet, and the cargo pocket was traded in for a pocket with a removable key fob. And here are how a few of Lug's wallets fit in that front RFID protected pocket. Personally, I love when a bag comes with a removable key fob because it's like you're getting 2 coordinating items for 1. But if you don't want to keep your keys in here, let's go ahead and look at this pocket and see what else we can do with it. The depth of the pocket matches the width of that part of the strap. There is no pocket space on the other side of the zipper. But you can Lug hack the D-ring by hanging things off of it, so if you're putting a pair of glasses in here, there's much less risk of them falling out when you open that zipper if they've got something to hang onto. You're also not limited to attaching things to the D-ring for the purpose of keeping them inside the pocket. This is a great place to attach a baby toy or even use the key fob to store a spare pacifier that gets its own pocket. You could even use it as a place to store a spare wristlet strap should you need one. And I know you guys like to see when I try the bags on, so here is the Boomerang as a wristlet. You're welcome. So even though there is no flat bottom to the Boomerang, a flat edge can be created when you set it down or put something flat in it like books. Otherwise, it's going to keep a pretty rounded shape. Like I mentioned before, the built-in wallet has 6 card slots and a very roomy area for bills. It's actually so roomy that if you chose to, you could put something like your rodeo right in that pocket. If If you prefer to use an actual wallet and try to avoid bags that have built-in wallets, just think of the credit card slots as miniature bonus pockets. Perfect for your Pokemon cards. Even though the Boomerang has a curved bottom, I haven't had any trouble fitting books in this bag. I might try to put them in a book sleeve first, or face the hard covers with the corner sides up, so that the corners aren't constantly poking at the bottom of the bag and wearing on it. And with the books in here, the bag now has somewhat of a flatter edge. I know people are going to ask about iPads. This is my 9.7 inch with a keyboard. I can fit the iPad in here and close the zipper when it's just the iPad. But once I start putting things next to it and bulking out the sides, the bag becomes shorter and I have a much harder time getting that zipper closed. If you've got an iPad mini, I don't see you running into any issues whatsoever. Here are my favorite ways to carry water in the Boomerang, and you already know I'm bringing up the memo bottle. The 6-ounce bottle will fit in the back pocket and will only take up a little bit of space in the privacy zip pocket. Or with my minuet in the back, I can size up to the 12-ounce bottle and fit that in the RFID protected pocket, which leaves a nice flat edge for my cell phone on one side and the built-in wallet on the other. And because I use a Lug wallet, I can sacrifice that exterior RFID protected pocket, which now leaves my water nice and RFID protected. Here is one last size comparison. For those who wanted to know about the colors in Lily Gray, I saved that for the end of the video, just like bread at the grocery store. Welcome to the bread aisle. First up, we've got amber. I'm sure about amber and navy, I'm not sure about the grays. Here is brushed pearl and shimmer gunmetal. And both of these could be coordinated with Lily Gray. I'm not positive that either of them are a true match. And here is brushed fog, which is an even darker shade of gray. Followed by pearl, or as some people call it, titanium, which seems to be a warmer gray than what's used as the background in Lily Gray. And when you hold up something in black, you can see that the Lug logo is black, but it stands out in contrast to the blues that are in Lily Gray. That's going to wrap up the video on the Boomerang SE. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to LugNet TV, where you can see videos that are all about the brand Lug. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.